Oh, howdy, y'all. It's Dr. Schultz from the College Career and Military Readiness Office. I hope you're having an awesome day on day 2 of WHS's College Week. So I just wanted to jump on and remind y'all that we are dressed as tourists today to remind you to tour the many options that you have for post-secondary education. Now remember, the first step is to decide what kind of career we're going to want our world of work to be about, and then we need to take a step back and decide how we're going to get there. So let's talk about some of the educational institutions that you could go ahead and attend to get to wherever you're going. So first off, we have certification programs, which could be through trade schools or technical schools, or just certification programs. Now typically those are just you go in, you learn exactly what you need to learn to do the job, and they certify you, and then you go out and do your job. We also have colleges. So we have community colleges, which are typically a 2-year college where you can earn an associate's degree. And then we also have universities. And at a university, they usually award 4-year degrees, and they call those bachelors. So you get a bachelor's of art, a bachelor's of science, all different types of bachelors. Then sometimes people use a community college to get their basics, which are just like the general classes everybody has to have, and then they transfer into a 4-year university to finish out their higher level classes so that they can earn a bachelor's degree. So you see how you can kind of blend those two? Then after you graduate with a bachelor's degree, depending on what it is that you want to do for your career, you may need a graduate degree or a grad degree. And so you would go to a university for one of those, and you could earn a master's degree, and those typically take about 2 years, or you can go on to earn a doctorate degree. And those take varying times depending on what your specialty is going to be. Okay, so now that you have heard about the different types of schools that you can go to, let's go ahead and talk about looking at your world of work options. So, of course, you need to make sure that you pick something that you absolutely love so much that you could totally nerd out on at any time, like we talked about yesterday. But jumping off into the whole certification program or into a big, line of degrees that you might need to get, you might want to consider before doing all of that job shadowing or finding out a little bit more about the job. So if you have a connection with somebody who actively works in that field, you might want to go ahead and call them up and be like, hey, can you tell me more about what it really is like to be a fill in the blank, whatever it is that you want to do. You could even go ahead and ask if maybe you can shadow them. We have the Thanksgiving holidays coming up, and that would be a perfect opportunity for you to have a day to yourself to go shadow somebody and see what their job is all about and not have to miss school. Okay, so once you've decided that, yes, this is the career I want to do, and you've looked at your different options as far as post-educational schooling, then you need to go ahead and take some time to tour the actual institutions that offer these things. So you may want to go ahead and take a day from school. If you're a junior or a senior, you do get 2 days off each year with an excused absence to go ahead and tour whatever educational institution you're considering going to. So this would be like a college day. So you can go ahead and call your admissions counselors, and you can come to me for that because I got the hookup. And I can go ahead and get you set up with the admissions counselor so they can take you on a tour of their facility and you can see what it's all about. They can take you to talk to financial aid. They can take you to look at housing if you're going to live on campus. They can take you to figure out all the things that you're going to need to figure out to go to that institution. Another thing to do whenever you're there is after you leave the campus of wherever you're considering going to school, then go ahead and stake out the community. If it's a community that you're not very familiar with, this would be a perfect time for you to drive all the way around, see what kind of apartments are over there, rent houses, see what kind of industries are around there, try and decide where it is, if you're going to work through college, where it is you might want to work at, and just really get a lay of the land, because sometimes if we're not from the area, then we don't really know what we're looking at. And of course you want to be in an area that you're going to feel safe. All right, so what else was I going to talk to y'all about? Okay, so just like we talked about, everybody's got all different things that they're a little bit nerdy about, things that they're really, really passionate about that are different from everyone else's. The same thing goes with what jobs they're going to choose and the path that they're going to take to get there. So I talked about some post-secondary educational opportunities, and just to reiterate, you have elementary school, so that's like K through 6. And then you have secondary school, which is usually like 7th or 8th through 12th grade. And then post-secondary school, that means after secondary school, is any kind of college or, anything after high school. So when I say post-secondary education, that's what I'm talking about, anything after high school. And it comes in so many different forms. That's just like a general term that we can go ahead and use for that. But another way that you can go ahead and get your education, of course, is through the military. So we had our military recruiter come in today and talk to our juniors and seniors. He had such wonderful things to say and awesome experiences to share. And of course, he was from the Navy, but we have multiple different options to choose on how to get to the same job through either post-secondary education that you'll pay for or by joining the military and having them pay for it. So if you have any questions about either one of those tracks, definitely let me know. We can sit down and we can talk about multiple ways to get to the same end result and what works best for you with what you want to do in life, the experiences that you want to have, any of your financial situations, any of your living situations, anything like that, because there is no one size fits all. It is a whatever works for you and whatever best for you. All right, so speaking of touring your options, juniors and seniors, I'm going to need you to go ahead and log into your Google Classrooms, and you will see a link in the stream that's inviting you to fill out a form to pick 2 post-secondary educational institutions that you would like to tour. Now, we may not go and hit all of them, but this is going to help me to plan actual college visits with y'all as soon as all the stuff lifts up from COVID and everything. But anyways, I'm super excited about it, so make sure that you go to your Google Classroom. So it's the class of 2021, class of 2022. Click on the link that's in your stream and choose 2 post-secondary educational institutions that you would be interested in viewing or going on a tour of. Okay, other than that, seniors, I'm going to need you to, if you're planning on going to college, make sure that you RSVP for a FAFSA night. So on Wednesday at 5:30, we're going to have somebody face-to-face here in the library. And then on Thursday at 7 p.m., we're going to have a Zoom FAFSA workshop. So please go ahead and RSVP to one or both of those, especially if you are planning on going to college, to beauty school, to any type of tech school, anything at Del Mar, anything at VC, at UHV, TAMUCC, Blend, whatever, wherever it is that you're going. You're going to need money to get there, and FAFSA is the very first step in securing financial aid to help you pay for your way. All right. Other than that, everybody else, you can go ahead and log into your Google Classroom, and you'll see in the stream that I've also posted in there a what you should be doing checklist. So this is by your grade. So if you're in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, these are all the different checklists that you should be working towards to make sure that you are on track to leave high school and get right into your journey and get on your way to do whatever it is that you're going to do in life. So if you're a 7th grader, then you'll have yours. If you're an 8th grader, you're going to have the 7th and 8th grade. If you're a 9th grader, you're going to have 7th, 8th, and 9th all listed in there. So I'd like for you to go ahead and take the rest of this time to just look at all of the different checklists, start with the lowest grade and come all the way up to yours, and just make a mental note of, hey, I've done that. Oh, I haven't done that. Oh, I should do that. And go ahead and start making a plan for yourself and how you can go ahead and make sure that you're making all the right decisions and you're checking all the right boxes to get where you need to go. And of course, if you have questions, that is exactly why I'm here. I'm here to help you make the transition from high school to whatever it is you're going to do so much easier. All right, I have enjoyed talking with y'all today. Remember, tomorrow's dress up day is going to be Glimpse of the Future. So I would love for everyone to dress in whatever it is that you are planning to have a career in so we can see the future you. All right, y'all have a wonderful day, and we will see y'all tomorrow all dressed up, and we'll see a glimpse of your future. Bye.